What's up guys? In this video I'm going to be showing you all about my new 3D printable RGD-5 Airsoft grenade. Like always, if you're interested in the files, check the links down in the description to get your own. Starting off, the grenade is completely 3D printed, requires very little external parts and assembly, and is completely reusable. To make the loud bang, it uses these 8-shot cap gun rings, similar to a lot of other airsoft impact grenades. To use the grenade, you pull the pin, and then the spring-loaded spoon flies off when you throw it, and then you throw it. On impact, the grenade goes off. To load the grenade, you're going to pull the pin and make sure the spoon is off. Then you're going to unscrew the fuse. Parts. And then you're going to push this piston right here, into the direction of the spring. Once that's in, you grab the spoon, hook it up here, make sure the spring is engaged properly, push it all the way in, and it will cover up the hole a bit. That is just so the pin has a bit higher of a retention. Then you take the pin, you can put it in, fits in very snug. And then last but not least, you're going to want to put on your caps this way and screw it back into the body. That's it. The safety works very well. As you can see, the grenade is loaded. Did not go off. Take off the pin and the safety spoon, and it went off. Because this is a Soviet grenade, you can fit it into most Cold War style pouches, like this one right here. The only thing you have to look out for is that the fuse can stick out like that. As long as the pouch is open at the top, somewhere where the fuse can stick out, the grenade will fit inside. It also fits pretty well into these radio pouches for walkie-talkies, since radio pouches have a hole for the antenna. You can put it in either with the spoon on the outside or on the inside, and then when you put the cover over, the fuse sticks out the top just like that. So radio pouches work really well with these grenades. Okay, we're outside with the grenade and I'm gonna do some tests on how loud and how sensitive it is. As you can see, the cap's in there, the grenade is all loaded up, and the first throw is gonna go right onto this bench here. That was pretty loud, but before I do the second throw, let me just show you something. As always, I'd recommend that when you're using caps, the used ones, you make a rip in them so you can tell that they're spent, and the new ones stay normal, just so you don't get confused. I'm gonna throw the grenade one more time in the grass, just to be sure. I'm gonna do one last throw against that tree right there. Well, I missed the tree, but it still went off. To assemble the grenade, the first part you are going to need is the body. You can print it with a setting called fuzzy skin. It will make it look like this on the outside, a bit rough. Then you're going to need the fuse. The fuse you should print in a 45-degree angle like this, with the spring holder on the upper side. So if this is your build plate, you print it like this. You're also going to need a small spring with the outer diameter of 6 millimeters. Then you're going to need the spoon. You print this out in this orientation with the flat part on the build plate. Then you need the piston. The piston looks like this. You print it with the tall side up, so you get the best finish on these edges. You need a spring. This is a VSR 10 spring, and it is cut down. You're going to need a safety pin. This is a 3 millimeter cotter pin with a keychain ring around it. And then you're going to need 8 of these 3 millimeter 3D printed pins. I already pressed them in here. I don't have any to press into that piston, but all you do is press them into the holes on the top. To start off assembly, you want to hot glue the spring into that hole right there. Then you take the VSR 10 spring, put it in there. The piston goes in there, but it can easily be removed. It is not mounted at all. Nothing in this grenade is really mounted. And then of course the spoon is also loose. You can just hook it on, and then the pin goes through here. The only assembly you have to do is glue in this spring, cut down the VSR 10 spring, and press the 3 millimeter pins in here.